lost a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
that
Justin
certainly looks like
Jefferson.
nothing to show now from these
Incomplete.
first 2 possessions. And guess what?
It's
When you're on a
4th down.
losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Here's Britton Colquitt
in
to punt
punt
this one
formation
away.
for the Vikings.
Call it
Tony
an even
Pollard
40-yard
on the
punt.
return.
7, though, on
The
the
Cowboys
return.
take over
and
first
the
and
Cowboys will
10
take over the football
at
with
their
a
own
1st and 10.
33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. That's
Ezekiel
a gain of 11.
Elliott
Would
on
have
the
been a
carry.
first down if not for that
Brought
penalty
down at
moments
the
ago.
35-yard
They're
line.
making a real first
Brings
quarter
up
statement
2nd
with a run
down.
game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it.
Intended for C.D. Lamb.
From the
Incomplete.
snap, he certainly looked like he knew
He
where
was
he wanted to
covered
go
by
with the
Jeff
ball. But
Gladney.
surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To Michael Gallup.
And give him a gain of
37 yards.
Oftentimes
First
now
down,
offenses aren't nearly as
Cowboys.
precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3
Prescott
before he's
with the
taken
give to
down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Give credit to the
Ben
defense for
Gedeon on the
stringing
tackle.
that play out,
It's a
and
pickup
they
of
gave
3.
up no cutback
Brings
angle.
up
You know they're
2nd
trying
and
to dart
7.
through. No
At the
place for him to
Vikings'
go.
25-yard
A nice job
line.
there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And down
Prescott
inside the
pass.
15
Complete
he goes.
to C.D. Lamb.
12 yards there and
A
a
gain of
first
12.
down.
First down,
Well,
Dallas.
remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Prescott with the give to
That call
Ezekiel
makes
Elliott.
sense because they've been throwing it
Anthony
well on this
Harris
drive.
on the
And once
tackle.
again, they show passing
A
formation,
gain of
showing
4.
a shotgun.
It's now
and they ran
second
out
and
of it.
6.
That's a nice play by them
At the
defensively,
9-yard
though, to hold
line.
it to a short gain.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Charles, not only is that an interception,
Harrison
it's one where you were really
Smith on the
knocking
coverage.
on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's checking. He's checking. Crash.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they work this out past the 25. They'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and
for
run.
a Minnesota
You
Vikings.
don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the
First
catch,
and
but
10
after
at the
that play,
27-yard
he joins a
line.
growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at
Number
the
33,
31.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies
DeMarcus
there. That's when you
Lawrence on
kind
the
of
stop.
find out who's a tough guy,
A
right?
3-yard
Who can
pickup.
stand up and
Brings
make a
up
play. It's
second
only a
and
3-yard
7
run.
at the
But for both
31-yard
sides, they had to
line.
walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
You go tight. Hey, no, easy. You got tight right there. 36. Back. Right there. 54. Right there.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be tackled just
Cousins
past the
hands to
35
Dalvin
at the 36.
The tackle
A
made
gain
at
of
the
3 last play.
36-yard
This time
line.
they double it and
That's a
pick
gain
up
of 6. Brings
A
up
quick burst
3rd
there, he
and
nicely
1.
bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he
That's
gets
good
the
for
first.
a Minnesota
A
Vikings.
first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Jalen
Cousins
Smith
hands to
tied for
Dalvin
6th
Cook.
in the NFL in
He
tackles
was brought
last year
down
and
at
on the
his
stop there.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After 1, 7-0.
That's
on
the
EA
end of the
Sports.
first quarter. With the score, Cowboys 7, Vikings nothing.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54. Watch the out. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, Steamer. Check 99. Watch twist. Check the backer. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, yo. Check. Lucky. Listen to me. Check three.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a
Cook
yard
again,
there.
the ball carrier. Anthony
I do know
Brown
from
on the
experience that when you
tackle.
slow down someone's running game,
A gain of a
you're now
yard.
doing the dictating
Brings
on
up
defense.
3rd and
guess
3.
what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I'm coming after you.
Cousins now from the 50. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And almost picked off.
Cousins pass.
I guess the good news for them
Incomplete on
now,
the
it's
jump
4th
ball.
down.
Sets up
Thus far,
4th
they've
down.
been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. They're quickly to Thielen here. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30.
Minnesota Vikings.
Short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Quick dance. Hey, flipper. Shift. Watch the shift. Slam. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Where's your hot?
Back to the ground, Cook. Down to the 25.
The handoff to Dalvin
Jalen
Cook.
Smith, the Notre Dame man,
The
in
tackle
on the
made
tackle.
by Jalen Smith.
Oh, that's a real nice
A
job
gain
there
of
by
2.
the defensive
Brings
front.
up
They just
2nd and
engaged
8
and held
at
their
the
ground.
25-yard
But how
line.
about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson.
Intercepted by the
Unfortunately for him, if
Cowboys.
last week was any
They'll
indication,
take
we knew
over
a pick was
1st
coming
and
at some
10
point. Last
at
week
their
it was
own 4-yard
interception after
line.
interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Check.
And he will go out of bounds up around the
Prescott on
45-yard
the keeper.
line. A big-time
gain of
gain
42
there on
yards
the
on the
keeper,
play.
using his legs to hurt him.
And the
First
Cowboy
down. The
first
big play
down.
has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give to Elliott.
Number
2
21,
yards that time. A
Ezekiel
stark
Elliott, the
contrast
ball
from the big
carrier.
chunk on the previous
The tackle
play.
made at the 47-yard
Sometimes you're
line.
aligned perfectly
2
and
yards
the play
on the
comes to
pickup.
you, and sometimes
It's 2nd
you got
and
to cover
8.
some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage. And he
Ezekiel
goes down
Elliott,
right
the ball
there.
carrier.
Officially
Anthony
no
Barr
gain
brought
on
him
the
down.
play, and they're left with a 3rd and
No
8.
gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
And
it
it
looked
brings
like
up
even if he had opted to
3rd
keep
down.
that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Prescott's pass. Complete to
23
Michael
yards,
Gallup.
the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten
First
when you
down,
talk about big
Cowboys.
moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's got about 5 yards as he's
Prescott
taken
with the
down
give
right at
to
the 25.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The Vikings going to
Anthony
signal for
Barr
the
brought him
first of their
down.
timeouts.
A gain of
They'll have
5
2 remaining
brings up
as we
2nd
step
and
aside
5
here in this second
at
quarter.
the Vikings' 25-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Yannick
They sack him
Ngakoue.
back at the 36.
Dak
Sacked by
Prescott
Yannick
sacked.
Ngakoue, the
A
former
loss of
Maryland
11
Terran.
yards.
Enough to
And
start
it's
to have a good drive.
3rd
Quite like a big
down.
loss on a sack, does it?
3rd
Now they're looking
and
at a 3rd
long.
and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this is going to turn into another
Prescott's
first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Stopped short of the goal line.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that
First and
sets up
goal
1st
at the
and goal.
1-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he will take it in for a Cowboys
Prescott
score.
on the keeper. Touchdown,
Prescott.
Dallas.
Touchdown number
Greg
18
Zuerlein
on
lining
the
up
year.
for the point after.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing
The kick
drive
is
because
good.
it was his arm that got his team
Makes
down
the
to that
score
point.
Cowboys
But his legs
14,
that finished the deal.
Vikings nothing.
Give him credit for making it happen.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone
on the
proves
return.
not a good decision.
The
Loses
Vikings
them about
take
4
over
yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Making it happen, Captain. Making it happen.
B.C. Jackson. His first touchdown of the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike
Dan
touchdown.
Bailey lining up for the point after.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly
The kick
qualifies
is
a big
good.
play to get them in the end zone.
It
Makes the
qualifies
score
indeed because, let's
14,
face it, they don't get something
Vikings
done on
7.
this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant
Fair
that
catch
thing's done.
made at the 25-yard
The
line.
touchdown, it's
The
not
Cowboys
88
take
out
over
the gate.
1st
We still
and
got
10
a good game going ahead
at their
of us.
own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the
Ezekiel
football
Elliott, the Cowboy
moving
ball
downfield,
carrier.
other people have to
Anthony
get
Farr
involved
brought
as
him
well.
down.
Your wide receivers, your tight
A
ends,
7-yard
lead
pickup.
runners, anything
Brings up
that you have
2nd
possible to
and
get
3
in front and
at
keep
the
the ball moving.
32-yard
Now the
line.
defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, just me and you. Switch, switch, switch. Watch, switch, watch. 47. Switch, switch.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete.
Prescott's
Trying to
pass
dial up the long
intended
way
for
out
Amari
there, but it'll be
Cooper.
3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go
It's
3 and out here and get the
third
football
down.
right back
And
because
3
your friend
yards
old
to
momentum,
go.
he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the
Ezekiel
40-yard
Elliott, the ball
line.
carrier,
11 yards and a
taken
Cowboy
down at the
first down.
43-yard line.
Now, this is an
A gain of
example of
11
breaking
on
down
the
a
play.
defense because on a lot of these
And
runs,
a
he's getting past
Cowboy
the point of
first
attack,
down.
and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line.
Elliott again, the ball carrier.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn
Smith
the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
37 seconds to play
First down,
in this
Cowboys.
first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain,
pass,
2nd and 2.
Complete to Ezekiel
The Cowboys
Elliott.
going to use their second
It's a gain
timeout
of 8.
now.
Brings up 2nd
As the
and
clock
2.
will stop with just under
At the
30
Vikings,
seconds to go in the
32-yard
first
line.
half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
To
12
CD
yards
Lamb.
there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Good
First
strong
down,
throw and
Dallas.
catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Pass. Complete
The
to
Cowboys
Ezekiel
signal for their
Elliott.
3rd and final
First
timeout.
and goal, Dallas.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. SOS. Hey, kill. 54. Here we go. Mike 5-4. No chance. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Amari
Intended
Cooper
for
couldn't
Amari
pull it in
Cooper.
there, but it'll be
Incomplete.
2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So on 2nd
Greg
down, the field goal
Zuerlein
unit
for the
is on
Cowboy
here as
field
they
goal.
try to get 3
A
before half.
26-yard attempt.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein
on
from
for
the
the
right
field
hash
goal.
here. Should be an easy
A
one.
26-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So
Makes
a
the
late
score
3 there. That'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about
Vikings
situational
7.
football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not
The
wanting to
Vikings
risk
take
anything
over
here late
first
in the
and
half.
10
He'll just take a
at
knee
their
and they'll
own
bring the football
25-yard
out to
line.
the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll
Cousins
simply
on
take
the
a knee,
keeper.
and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached
That's the
halftime
end
here
of
with the
the
visiting
first half.
Cowboys
With
out
the
on
score,
top.
Cowboys
As we'll head down
17.
to Orlando, that's where we find our man
7.
Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Number 21, Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
For some
he was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Too little. We're going to 53. Check 50. Check 50.
Again, it's Elliott. Dances by him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 55 yards.
By Elliott. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown,
Prescott's
Cowboys.
pass complete to Delaney Walker. Touchdown, Dallas.
His first touchdown on the year.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point after.
Further.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Vikings 7.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Intercepted by the Cowboys.
Interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now
at their own 44-yard line.
This week. Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here we go, 46. We're going to 54.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe.
Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboy ball carrier.
It's a 7-yard carry to
He's
set them up with a 2nd and 3.
To the 48-yard line.
You know what really
it's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
The guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Ezekiel
4 yards,
Elliott, the ball carrier.
First down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Here because
a
they're
gain of
playing
4
this
yards.
game now at their
First
pace.
down, Cowboys.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go. Mike, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Letting one fly deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown.
Prescott's pass complete to number 19, Amari Cooper.
His fourth touchdown
Dallas.
on the year. And the Cowboys turn that
lining up for
interception
the point
into a
after.
touchdown. And the lead is now 24.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 31, Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that
The
one will
Vikings
bounce
take
out
over
of the back
first
of the
and
end
10
zone, so we will
at
start
their own
here
25-yard
at the 25.
line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted by the Cowboys.
Last week and this week
They'll
now.
take over
That's
first and 10
interceptions
at
in
the
this two-game stretch, and we're
36-yard
not done
line.
here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check. Fresno. Watch out. Rush in. We're going to 53.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Making
Ezekiel
the stop
Elliott,
there,
the
Danielle
Cowboy
Hunter.
ball carrier.
Not a whole lot
He's
there. The
brought
defense
down
was
at the
ready
31.
for that run pass option.
4 yards
You get
on
the
the pickup.
sense that next time he
Second
has that
and 6.
opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Push him back. Switch. Hey. Mike 55. We're going to 54. Why here?
They go to Elliott again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this
Ezekiel
one, but this
Elliott
time
on the
they get him
carry.
behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of
play,
scrimmage.
and now third
It's a
down
loss
gets
of a
tougher.
yard.
Third and 6.
And it's third down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
You got
Elliott running right. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2
Ezekiel
yards on
Elliott,
the
the ball
pickup there.
carrier,
It's fourth down.
brought down at the
So
30-yard
where'd all
line.
that running room that he had in
Rick
the first half
Zerline
go?
for
Because
the
it looks like
Cowboy
it's drying
field
up a
goal.
little bit here. Someone made some
47-yard
adjustments, it
attempt.
appears, at least on this drive.
And this one is
The
right
kick is
down
good.
the middle. And
Makes
that will
the score
extend their lead
Cowboys
even
34.
further. They got the
Vikings
interception,
7.
but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's
The
to the
Vikings
defense. 'Cause
take
they
over
ran onto
first
the
and
field.
10
This is what we call sudden
at their own
change, right?
25-yard
Interception,
line.
you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen
Complete
is
to
an
Justin
offensive coordinator
Jefferson.
and his
1 Brings up second and 9.
Coming together as
at
a
the
group,
26-yard line.
Adjustments, and then head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Cousins pass. Complete to Dalvin Cook. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
At what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Open space inside.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
Prescott's pass complete to number 88, C.D. Lamb. Touchdown,
his second
Dallas.
touchdown on the season.
Greg Zuerlein
and the
lining up for
Cowboys
the point
use the
after.
short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
Zuerlein
Makes
good
the
with
score
a PAT.
Cowboys 41.
And that will extend this big
Vikings
lead.
7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Number 33, Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
In today's NFL,
brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They run it again with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
We're up Minnesota Vikings.
When you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season,
the ball carrier.
Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard
Glad
line.
to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And some room to run now. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
They'll take over
first
and 10
Charles,
at the 46-yard line.
Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have...
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down
right a yard there at 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11
last week
at the 44-yard line.
Wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now here's Here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And he'll go down, and that will do it.
That's the end of the third quarter action with the score Cowboys 41,
back to
Vikings 7.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And nearly another interception.
Cousins pass.
They've been around the ball all
for
game.
Justin Jefferson.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he will
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown,
His third
Vikings.
touchdown now on the year.
Dan
and
Bailey
the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point.
No good.
And our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboy ball carrier.
Because
he was tackled at the 27-yard line.
2015 season,
a gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball
we just play
carrier.
them all the way through.
Tackle
now,
made
in certain
right at
situations,
midfield.
they will take
It's
them
a
out,
gain
but for
of
the most
23
part,
yards.
they're not as worried and
First
concerned
down,
about getting them out of the
Dallas.
game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Check. Mike, 55.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Yannick
Ezekiel
Ngakoue
Elliott
on the
on
stop.
the carry.
Brandon, I've got to
Tackle
think
made
this
at the
offensive line has got
49-yard
some smiles
line.
on its faces.
A
And
gain of
I
a
know it sounds
yard.
crazy,
Brings up
but they
2nd
practiced
and
for
9.
this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
We're going to 53.
Check 43. Kill.
26.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
This will be a loss
Daniil
of
Hunter
3,
on
and
the
now
stop.
a much tougher third
The
down.
tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down.
Ezekiel
as he runs
Elliott
away
on the carry.
right around the line of scrimmage.
Brought down
no
right
gain on the
at the
play
line of
there, and
scrimmage.
it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Out
It's
now
now
comes the
4th
Cowboys
down.
punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Eluding the pressure right. And in incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it.
Cousins on the keeper.
And it took the ball off course.
Thrown to the sideline
that's
and
got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there. And it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 88 yards.
Touchdown,
and the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Cowboys 41, Vikings
so still
19.
Lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
The onside kick recovered by the Cowboys.
Try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboy ball carrier,
for them.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
Tally on first
It's
down.
a gain of
brings
5.
Up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Dallas.
Ezekiel Elliott. His second
Rex
TD of the game
lining up for the point after.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29
His kick
now.
is good. Makes the score Cowboys 48, Vikings 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
All day, every day, any day.
First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Cousins pass.
Yeah, he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards
brings
the
up
game
2nd
there,
and
2nd
7
down.
at the 25-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's
Give
good
him 14
for
on that one,
Minnesota
and a first
Vikings.
down. And with that last play,
First
he's now
and 10
up over
at the
that 39-yard
line.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
there he goes, right side.
That's what I want to see.
And he will score. Justin Jefferson. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn it. 6 figures every year.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you, coming after you. Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
Is successful.
So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side.
Johnson.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Minnesota Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going out for Jefferson. So everything here. This one's not over yet.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since
the Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll throw again, Cousins, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion in the end zone.
That makes the score double as
2 scores down, 3
Vikings
timeouts
35.
left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
The onside kick recovered by the Cowboys.
Onside kick, they didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get a nice jump there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down
Good
at the
gain there on
37-yard
down,
line.
and keeps him in
It's
a running
pickup of
situation
6.
probably.
They did
Brings up
everything
2nd
right on that
and
play,
4.
didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Behind the line of
Vikings going to signal for their
loss
first
of a yard on the play.
As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him. And they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it.
The kick is good.
55 yards away. That
Makes
was
the
never
score
in doubt.
Cowboys 51.
So they settle
Vikings
for just the 3.
35.
But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So that's not mission accomplished. It's darn close.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's
a
the
gain
kind of
of
run
8.
that gets everyone
Brings up
excited
3rd
on offense.
and 2.
And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones that end up doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Minnesota Vikings.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends his
First and
drive.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Now here's first and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 54 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. And that one is caught.
The 2-point conversion is successful.
Don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game.
51.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
Today's final score, Cowboys 51,
special teams, 93% of the time,
43.
Game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.